Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Outside the Box with me, Nando Boy. Welcome to my channel, and this is where I review some of the latest action figures and collectibles in the market. And from time to time I also teach tutorials and tricks to help you with your toy photography. So for today's episode, we will be unboxing and reviewing another Star Wars offering from Tamashii Nation's SHFiguarts, and this is the Mandalorian Beskar armor version and the child from the Mandalorian series. Now I'm really excited to get these figures because I'm a fan of the series and Season 2 is just around the corner. I love the Mandalorian and I am excited to see what Tamashii Nations will produce for these characters. Because you all know when it comes to highly articulated and detailed figures, I always look forward to SHFiguarts and Mafex. So yeah, basically I have high expectations for this figure, and this is the first time I'm going to get an official The Child figure, and who doesn't love that baby Yoda? So having him immortalized in a figure is really exciting. These figures are based on their appearance from the Disney Plus show and was announced back in April 2020. Now, to guide everyone, we will review these items based on the following criteria: box, figure paint and sculpt, parts and accessories, articulation and size, and lastly, price. Now let's first look at the box. The Mandalorian and the Child comes with these separate boxes because you have to purchase them separately, which is a smart move from Tamashii Nations, but of course, bad news for all of us. I mean, with Mafex, you can already get the Child as an extra figure when you purchase the Mandalorian. But I do get why Tamashii Nations decided to sell the Child separately because, of course, it's more moolah for them. Smart move, Tamashii Nations. But yeah, let's take a look at all the things included in the Child figure later because there are several accessories included, which most likely will give merit to why they made this figure sold separately. Now, the general layout and design of the box is in black, which is similar to almost all Tamashii Nation Star Wars products. So the front panel has this really large window which almost occupies 80% of the front panel. This large window allows you to see the figure and all the accessories included in this package. It has the Star Wars, the Mandalorian, and SHFiguarts logo laminated in the window. There's the Mandalorian Beskar armor label, the Tamashii Nation and Bandai logo. The side and top panels are also in black with gold futuristic accent. The Star Wars Mandalorian logo and label, SHFiguarts logo, and the Mandalorian figure image on the right panel and Disney Plus logo. The bottom panel has the other information about Bandai and SHFiguarts. The back panel has all the stylized images of Mando, which also shows some of the poses you can do with the figure using the different accessories, a short description of the character and the figure and the logo trademarks. Now, the very important detail of the back panel is this. Always remember that this figure is not for kids and is only for collectors ages 15 and up. Same goes for the Child. Similar layout and design. The difference is the size of the box and stylized images. So let's not keep you all waiting. It's time to bring the Mandalorian and the Child action figure outside the box. Okay, let's look at the Mandalorian figure first. Here he is in his full glory, and this action figure is really awesome. This figure was released September 2020. This Mandalorian figure is made of ABS, PVC, and cloth. The action figure size is approximately 6 inches in height. This is an action figure from Tamashii Nation's SHFiguarts and is only recommended to ages 15 and up. This retails at about 7,700 yen, somewhere around 3,500 pesos. Now let's look at the Child. And he is so tiny and cute. Just look at that adorable figure. This figure was released also September 2020. And this Child figure is made of ABS, PVC, and cloth. The action figure size is approximately 1.5 inches in height. This is also an action figure from Tamashii Nation's SHFiguarts and is only recommended to ages 15 and up. Now this retails at about 3,800 yen, somewhere around 1,700 pesos. Now let's take a closer look at the paint and sculpt of this figure. The Mandalorian reappears in this impressive metallic armor on which, if you remember, appears on the latter half of the show. So at the beginning of the series, Mando was wearing the dirty brown armor, and it was upgraded eventually to this Beskar armor with a metallic silver color. And looking at the way it's executed in this figure, I think it's done really well. The paint or material used for the armor is not too shiny and metallic, but yet gives this effect that the armor is made of the best Mandalorian steel. You can see how much Tamashii Nation focused on the details for this figure. You can really see the linings on his costume, which is well sculpted and painted. Even the leather belt and accessories of this Mandalorian figure is well sculpted. You can see some damage marks on his armor, all of his ammo and weapons, even his jetpack looks really good. I love it when a manufacturer pays attention to the details because small things like this always add to the character of the action figure. Now let's take a look at all the parts included in this package. This Mandalorian figure has tons of accessories included, which is really cool. This set comes with a product manual, the main action figure, and for optional parts it comes with additional hands. You get 4 types for the left hand and 5 types for the right hand, which are the following: closed fist hands, open hands, relaxed hands, grip hands, rifle hands, and knife grip hand. He also comes with a rifle, pistol, empty holster, knife, tracking fob wrist, replacement shoulder armor, some effects, and a jetpack set. Now that's a lot of extra parts for your play and posing recreation, so good job Tamashii Nation. Now let's take a closer look at the child. No doubt, the adorable charm of this Baby Yoda-like character swooped the nation. The child holds the key in the story of the Mandalorian, and seeing how SHFiguarts shrink this to the 1/12 scale is awesome. I think they have captured the childishness of the character with the sculpt and the paint, and it translated well into this action figure. If you see, the head paint is a good color of green. The eyes even has that white shine, and you can see the brownish pink shade on his ears. I'm not really sure about the cloth material on the body because it's harder to create a shape when you have this small amount of cloth installed in an action figure. Like for example, these sleeve folds keep on separating from the sleeve. You can always tuck it in the rings, but yeah, that's another step in terms of play. But it's not that bad and I can live with it. The one thing I have noticed that I'm a little bit disappointed is when you lift his clothes, you will see that he has no body sculpt. He just have these very plastic joints that connects his parts. So for me, it makes the figure look cheap and it takes away the premiumness of the figure. For the child, the set includes the main tiny figure, 2 types of additional heads, one with the same expression but his ears are basically down, and another one with his eyes closed. He also comes with a soup accessory set. And now this is a cool accessory which basically convinced me to pay extra for this figure. The child comes with his floating pod with supporting stand for the pod display and a cloth blanket. Now for the articulation. For the head, there is a ball joint that connects his head to his neck, and in that way you can tilt his head up and down, rotate it sideways, and tilt it side to side. Now for the torso, there is a decent ab crunch, so you can rotate his torso and move it forward and back. His leather strap kinda hinders him from a torso rotation, but you can still tilt his torso up and down really good. For the arms, there is a ball joint in the shoulders that allows you to move his arms forward and back. There's also a drop-down mechanism to push his shoulders forward and back. His shoulder armor also has articulation, so you can adjust it when you move his arms. There are also a bicep swivel and double jointed elbows, so you can fold his arms up to this point for extra articulation. There's a hinge on his hand, so you can rotate it and tilt it in any direction that you like. For the legs, it has a drop-down mechanism similar to Mafek's figures. What this does is basically gives you a wider range of motion when you pose his legs. So there's a ball joint there where you can move his legs forward and back and swivel his legs. And the ball joints also allows you to spread his legs up to this point. It has double jointed knees, so you can fold his legs up to this point. And of course, a ball joint on his foot so you can rotate and give him ankle pivots. There's also a toe hinge to assist you with the dynamic poses you want to do with this Mandalorian figure. And last, this Mandalorian has a cloth cape. No wires though, so you can really manipulate the movement of the fabric to create even more dramatic poses with this figure. Changing accessories is just easy. Basically, just follow the manual to attach different effects on his weapons. Just be careful because some of the parts are really delicate. Changing his hands is also easy. Just remove the hands and insert the part that you want to use. Play with your action figure and create different poses. Now for the child, you can basically turn his head sidewards and a little upward and down. Now his clothes is made of cloth, so it doesn't really get in the way of the articulation. You can slightly move his arms and hands and also make him sit, cause there's a tiny articulation for his legs when you want him to sit in his pod or in other places. You can use additional parts to recreate him enjoying a soup, sleeping, or trying to make things float whenever he uses the force. Now for size check. Mandalorian is around 6 inches. I always think that SHFiguarts figures are always small in terms of scale, but I don't think this is a super concern in terms of size, because basically it's still a good size. The child is around 1.5 inches, really tiny but accurate. He is super cute when put beside Mando. Now for size comparison, let's first put this Mandalorian with the child so you can see how they scale together. As you can see, the child is really tiny, which is the correct scale based on the Disney Plus show. Let's now put some other characters from the series beside this figure. I'm going to put the Mandalorian figure from the Star Wars Black series by Hasbro so you can see how they compare. Let's also put Cara Dune from the Star Wars Black series from Hasbro. And then lastly, IG-11 from Hasbro as well. So you can see it's a good scale and this figure can work well with your Star Wars Hasbro figures. Now let's put him beside some other Star Wars characters. Let's first put Rey from SHFiguarts as well, C-3PO and R2, which is from my Bandai plastic model kit, and a Stormtrooper from SHFiguarts. So overall, in terms of scale, they are good and they get along well with your other Star Wars figures. Now for the price, the Mandalorian retails at about 7,500 yen, around 3,500 pesos, while the child retails at 3,850 yen, around 1,800 pesos. So in order to get this set, you need to spend around 6,000 pesos. So that's the usual range for SHFiguarts figures and actually substantial to the amount of articulation, quality, and extra accessories included in this set. But the only downside is you need to purchase the child separately, so that is an extra 3,800 yen. Now, given the accessories included on the child set, I really don't mind purchasing this figure separately, but I hope the child was already included when you purchase the Mandalorian, especially when you notice that the child is actually not a fully sculpted figure. I think it's way too pricey for this type of execution. The verdict. This Mandalorian and the child figure from Tamashii Nation really capture the likeness of the character in the series. The sculpt and paint job are well done. The details on the Mandalorian in his Beskar armor is amazing. It gives the figure a premium feel. With the tiny child figure, even though it's small, it still has a great play value, but I do hope that the child had a full body sculpt so it's not just a hollow joint inside that fabric. Both comes with great accessories and articulation that allows you to recreate various poses that you desire. You can incorporate this well into a scene you want to do for your toy photography or display. So overall, this Mandalorian and the child figure is really great. It's great for play and display. If you're a fan of the Mandalorian series, this should definitely be part of your Star Wars collection. That's it for now, and thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was able to help you decide if you're thinking of getting this figure. Now, do you agree with me and my review? Do you like these figures? What do you think of the Mandalorian? And are you excited for Season 2? Also, if you have any requests or suggestions on which figure I should review next, let me know by typing your comments and opinions down below in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not yet a subscriber of my channel and you like my content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can help me continue making videos like this for you. Also, please follow me on my social media accounts. Again, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you will continue to support me and watch my other contents. That's it for now. Always remember to stay safe, be kind, and be awesome. Jamata. Bye-bye.